everybody, Jay Super Awesome here. I would like to welcome you to week number 10 of the TheHORRORMan's Slashback Saturday Challenge. And this weekend, it's all about retribution. This week's slasher theme is Revenge Slasher. And I will be doing a review for Most Likely to Die. Okay, so getting into the plot for this one. The suspense mounts as one by one Gaby's friends are picked off, each murder in a manner that pays gruesome homage to their yearbook superlatives. As the body count climbs, Gaby's forced to admit that one of her friends may be a psychotic killer. But who? The jock, the class president, the prankster? With their numbers dwindling, suspicion and mistrust pits friend against friend in a deadly race against time, because at this reunion it doesn't matter what you were voted in high school, everyone is most likely to die. Okay, so getting into my thoughts for this one. I absolutely enjoyed watching Most Likely to Die. It is a very fun revenge slasher movie. And it does use the very basic, familiar slasher movie formula. It has your typical slasher movie characters. And it's not trying to introduce anything new. But with that being said, this does execute that familiar formula very well. So this is a very enjoyable slasher movie, and I will let you know right here at the beginning of this review that this is a movie that I'm going to highly recommend. Now, if you are a fan of slasher movies from the mid to late 90s, such as Scream, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, and even Valentine, if you're a fan of slasher movies of that time period, most likely you are going to enjoy this movie. Okay, so getting into the cast of characters of Most Likely to Die. I absolutely love the way they have each character set up in this movie. Each character is given their own backstory based around their yearbook superlative. So, meaning whatever they were most likely to do is how they are most likely to die. And the kills do a good job of simulating that. So when someone dies, their yearbook photo is marked out. So there is a wall that has large prints of each person's yearbook photo displayed on the wall. And when someone dies, these photos are being marked out. Now, I know that may feel a little familiar, but I love the way it is executed in this movie. Okay, so now I am going to talk about the most important part of a slasher movie, and that is the killer and the kills. So after an opening sequence of the movie, we see the opening credits where our killer is crafting his own mask, which I thought was very cool if you think about high school and maybe like art class where you learn to craft things. So he is making his own mask. He is cutting out photos from the yearbook and pasting them onto his mask. So it's sort of like a paper mache crafted mask. And it looks really cool. Now, I know that this sounds really familiar to Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddie is crafting his glove, but I enjoyed it here as well. So, I really like the look of the mask. It works really well with the graduation robe. And it's really interesting too because this look also has the cap. And the cap sort of has, it's like sort of the square looking pattern, and the cap can also be used as a weapon because it has a blade. And I know that sort of sounds a little bit lame, but it's actually done really well in the movie. So getting on to the kills, absolutely love the kills in this movie. Now, a few of them are a little bit standard, I guess you could say, but there are also some fantastic kills that are mixed in as well. Some absolutely brutal kills. So, a very wide variety of kills, and the setup where you have the most likely to die aspect of it almost feels like that they would be a limit to what you could pull off and do. But there is actually a very good variety of kills. So overall, the killer and the kills is very well done. So the last thing I'm going to touch on is the music. There are certain segments in this movie that is using the graduation march theme. So you hear that graduation march music playing as some of the kill sequences and the suspense is building, and it actually works very well. So I really enjoyed that also. Now there are other scenes where it sort of has a high school marching band sound to it, or maybe like a pepper rally or football game kind of band sound, and it has that kind of music in it as well. So it's very much feeling like, high school type theme music. So I really enjoyed the music that they mixed in there with this movie. So with all that being said, I highly enjoyed this movie, and I'm going to have a pretty high rating, and there may be a few people out there that might not agree, and that's fine. But this movie had everything that I wanted a slasher movie to be. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. You guys comment below and let me know what you think. If you have seen it or if you find it to be interesting, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And I would like to thank you for watching.